I know I usually make fun of my subscribers' bags, but today I gotta roast myself for actually bagging these stupid discs. Seriously, what could I be thinking? At least I was smart enough to no longer be bagging 8 destroyers. No, for real, that was something I did. Clearly, I didn't care what people thought. I mean, look at me. What the fuck was going on with my hair? I'm starting to think the perm wasn't that bad. No, it was. It really was. To be fair, I was still bagging 5 destroyers at the time, which was probably still 3 too many. Of course, I had my baby still in the bag, which was 5 years in the making. It would only ever come out when I needed some sort of flip up forehand. So yeah, technically a destroyer, but flew nothing like one. Instead, I get the same hand feeling of something I'm very comfortable with, but now with a way different flight. But it's still a destroyer, so I can always count on that fade back at the end. I had these 2 first run Sakibot destroyers, which, in my opinion, is the best run ever made. So if you got some, hit your boy up. Thankfully, I was just able to replace one after years without it. Looks just like the old one too, so you already know I convinced myself it's the same one I used to have and we reunited. I also happened to pick up a Paul Macbeth 4 time, which is my second favorite run. Both for $25. Feels like I did pretty good on that one. Still doesn't come anywhere close to this red one. Too bad I had to go and throw it over a fence and lose it forever. This was the first ever disc I threw over 500 feet, and honestly, the better story was my near back-to-back birthday aces. You know what? Since it was just my birthday after all, I might as well tell my best birthday ace story, since I do have one after all. But we gotta go all the way back to the JK disc golf days. Yeah, 2020. It was my 19th birthday, and I didn't care if it was raining. I was determined to make magic happen. I decided it was a good idea to play the entire round in just slides. Have I ever mentioned that I was never that smart? All you have to do is look at the way I used to putt to figure that one out. Okay, I guess they used to go in, but damn, I look dumb as hell. After never coming anywhere close to the basket, I decided screw it. I'm gonna go DDX on a big hyzer line. What could go wrong? Nothing, obviously, as the disc smashed the chains for probably one of my top 5 most cringiest reactions of all time.
There's a hold ace. This is it. Let's give it a good run. I did it! I actually got a birthday ace! Oh my gosh! What's going on, man? Speechless. There we go, guys. Ace hole 7. This is actually the second time I aced it with this disc. I'm stunned. I didn't think this was actually gonna happen, but holy cow! There you guys, bro. That birthday ace. Make sure to drop a like for that. We still got 2 holes to go. We can definitely hit more.
That also happens to be the only birthday ace I've ever hit. But what makes this story even crazier is the very next hole, I went back to this fast speed driver shit on a 250-foot hole and nearly dunked it in for back-to-back aces. Not sure what's worse, this disc not staying in or how I reacted.
No! Back to back! Back to back! You gotta be kidding me! Literally gotta be kidding me! How did that not go in?
Actually, no, it's pretty easy. That reaction makes me want to delete all my videos from the internet. At least from that memory, I reminded myself this was the point of my life I moved on from the Firefly. Guess the strawberry farmer job wasn't paying the bills for my missed putts anymore. So I stopped using the Firefly. It might have been for the Banger GT, but at least I could get those for cheap. This was around the time in my disc golf career as well I was transitioning from a shitty push putt into an awful spin putt. I felt the groove top allowed me to get the spin I was looking for. That's probably just in my head thing, but I would say I was pretty successful in changing my putt. In no way was it good, but it was changed. I guess I was throwing the link. This was around the time in my life all the free discs manufacturers used to send me for my old channel was running pretty low. Basically, I had a trunk full of discs ready to replace in case I lost anything. I should have never let Disc Golf Jesus in on that secret. But I'm sure my last Bullfrog got too beat up and I needed it to be replaced. The link must have been what was on top. I was still rocking the Razor Claw for backhand shots that needed an overstable finish. Only ever thrown on backhand. Or on the rare occasion I needed a flip up forehand approach. Except my friend Jake gave me this beat up zone for that exact shot. Or any finesse shot that needed to hold an angle a fresh zone wouldn't. This was the same Jake who gave me my favorite zone too. If only I wasn't an idiot and didn't leave it on the course directly after smacking this ace. I highly recommend if you don't already have different wear and tear on your discs for different flights, you better get on that. I have a spare for every disc in my bag because who knows what wind you might run into. Or who knows, if you lose it, there will be one at the ready. Shit, I'm probably still compensating for the 8 destroyers. Just like me, every time I watch Gwen win Total Drama, you guys knew it was coming. And I'm not talking about in my pants. The Mako 3 was a staple placement disc, as I hardly ever would throw a turnover with the mid-range. I mean, I'm not stupid and I have a forehand to do that shit for me. Same goes for the MD5. I was actually surprised even seeing that pop up. I don't ever remember throwing that. Not even once. This is when I hit my peak fuck mid-range mindset. But just like every dude bopping Juice WRLD in high school, it was just a phase. That didn't stop me from compensating harder than someone who rocks a lifted truck, flexing my CAC Z everywhere I should have been throwing a putter. What can I say? I really hated the feeling of the bluntness in my hand. I guess even then I knew I was a J guy. The FD is another one of those discs you're probably getting used to seeing. I throw it now more than ever, which is pretty dope if you ask me. The lore continues to build. It took me a ridiculously long time to realize I was bagging a 157 gram Firebird. One of the most overstable ones I ever had, but I'm still confused on why I willingly bought it. I had this PFN Firebird that really was only in the bag to brag to the old dudes I'd see on the course. I think the disc might have been older than me. Too bad I lost it. Doesn't even have a cool story. At least I can say I lost both of these race after the first course I played on the road trip with Disc Golf Jesus and Swiss Cheese to Michigan. Literally left both of them on the last hole. And I want to emphasize left because they were probably in the middle of the fairway. Not even thrown bad. One of the most frustrating things in disc golf, I swear. Even better, this isn't the only time I've done this. On yet another road trip with my uncles, this time to Idlewild, I left both my Emperors on hole 4. Okay, to be fair, these ones were actually lost, but I was so tired, it was one of those moments you say you looked harder than you ever actually do. Oh yeah, and apparently I had this AJ Destroyer. Another one of those discs I had in the bag just to show off to people that think they had cool discs. And that was my 2020 in the bag. I still have a few more of these to make, and I'm thinking once I'm done, I should probably run through my bag right now. But who knows? I'm officially back from the road trip, so videos are going to be back more consistently. I promise. I have lots of different ideas, so stay on the lookout. Another thing I was wondering, would you guys rather see me throwing rounds today, or do you enjoy the throwback from the old videos I have in the vault? Drop a comment below so I know. Oh yeah, and if you want to see what your favorite disc says about you, check out the video right here.